Oh, fuck me. You missed it, didn't you? This is what happened. Get your shit.
Hey YouTubers, this is going to be my Season 7 Top 10 WTF review video of Shameless. Season 7 finale. I'm going to do a top 10 real quick. Starting off, number 10. Carl's back, arrives from home from military school. He's fully geared up, looks great. He surprises everyone in the morning by making breakfast. It's a big old family love fest in the Gallagher home. Moving on to number 9. Frank tells a sweet story about how he met Monica in college. The only way Frank can do. It's a pretty interesting, funny story. How he does meet Monica. He does kind of get into how he actually was interning for State Farm at the time in college. So Frank wasn't always a drunk, alcoholic, drug addict. Moving on to number 8. Ian returns from being with Mickey after smuggling him over the Mexican border. Ian tells his boyfriend he was with Mickey. He exactly wasn't too happy about this. It's going to be interesting to see if they continue that relationship or if Ian just moves on next season to another romance or love interest for him. Number 7. Fiona surprisingly shows some compassion for Frank. He's passed out drunk on the floor, covered in his own vomit, holding Monica's shoe. He looks pretty depressed and depressing just laying there. She actually gets a towel, gives it to him for a pillow, and actually cleans up the throw up he's laying in. So it was very surprising to actually see Fiona show some sort of compassion towards Frank, especially with all the things that he's done to her in the past. Number 6, speaking of Fiona, she actually buys an apartment building. This is very interesting. I'm not quite sure what to expect. The guy seems okay, but then seems kind of shady when he's talking about using his own lawyer, getting rid of, not using real estate agents. So I'm very interested to see where this goes for next year. Number 5. We'll get into this a little bit later as well, but Fiona puts 20 pounds of meth in Monica's casket. Getting into that a little bit more, she basically leans up to Monica in the casket and tells her, "Fuck you." It was pretty dramatic what we saw there. Followed by punching her in the chest, slamming her hand on her. You can kind of see all the rage Fiona has against her mother Monica for all the things that she's done and basically wasn't there for her the whole time. Number 4, WTF. The death of Monica. Monica died from a blood vessel, a brain hemorrhage bursting in her head. Not from a drug overdose, what I think people were expecting. She did hint at this, that she did have some sort of brain issue in earlier episodes. So number 4 is definitely Monica dying and the fallout from that. Number 3, Frank, Carl, Debs, and Liam break into a storage unit. They find 10 pounds of meth, bring it back to the apartment building. Everyone wants to keep it except Fiona. They're kind of not sure what to do since it's worth about $70,000 and they all can use the money. Number 2, Fiona has a discussion with Frank outside in the backyard. Basically, Frank's still devastated about Monica being dead. And Fiona goes on a rant, basically talking about how Monica was never there and she didn't care for anybody. And tells Frank she's glad she's dead. So number 2 is Fiona telling Frank, "I'm glad she's dead." That is a very powerful statement, speaking of one's mother. But not be expected, figuring all the things that Monica, put Fiona through as a child. And number 1, which was the biggest and best surprise of the season finale of Shameless, is we get to meet Grandpa Bill. Yes, Monica has a dad. His name is Bill, Grandpa Bill. Getting into that a little more, when we meet Bill, he's basically pounding down the door, kicks in comes in, kicks the crap out of Frank. Obviously, this is long overdue. He feels that Frank basically ruined Monica's life. He was a piece of crap, never did anything for her. It was a very good surprise. I hope they bring him back for next season because he's just an all around good character. And we're going to need some sort of antagonist in the show for next year. That's it. That being said, season 7 I thought was a great season for Shameless. I was very happy about it. I think it piggybacks off season 6. Season 6 was starting to pick it up and got pretty good. Season 7 just capitalized on that. The whole relationship between V, Kevin, and Svetlana, that was probably the highlight for me for the season. I thought they were great. Kind of not too happy about how they're doing Lip's character. I feel like only so many things can go wrong for one person, and I'd like to see something good happen to Lip. Ian's kind of all over the place, jumping from relationship to relationship, not quite sure where that's going to go. Overall, very good season. Glad to see Fiona's getting her shit together, buying the business, making a profit off it, buying an apartment building. It's very nice to see that not all bad things are going to happen to every single Gallagher. It's nice to see that actually they can make their way through it and good things can happen to them. So that's it. Just like to say, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll have more for you soon. Thanks.
No. No, that's it. Look, there is nothing else, all right? Come back next year.